Hey everybody, welcome to my plant-based kitchen. Can't wait for you guys to come inside. Let's get busy. Hey everybody, we are here today in the kitchen. I'm so excited to show you guys this awesome recipe. Actually, it's going to be two recipes today. And we're going to do garlic noodles. They are so delicious. And we're also going to do shish kebabs. So these are our shish kebabs. These are some that I have already made. Everything is plant-based in this kitchen. And then we're going to use our natural intentions. Yes, we have actual spices. So we're going to use our Moroccan spice today. So we're going to use this and rub it down on our shish kebabs. It's going to be delicious. And you'll be able to eat the garlic noodles with that. And it's a whole delicious, easy, plant-based meal that you can do at home for your family. Super quick, super easy, and it's really delicious. So let's get started. I already have the water over here going for our noodles, and I'm going to turn it up so it will start boiling. And let me just tell you a little bit about the noodles that we're going to use today, because I know in a plant-based kitchen, and if you're trying to be gluten-free, it's hard to find really good pasta. I found it. This is delicious, you guys. You will not be missing out on having the regular pasta anymore. This is Banza spaghetti, and it's made from chickpeas. So if you need to have no grains in your diet, no gluten, these are it. And they're delicious. They're not crunchy. They're not pasty tasting or anything like that. They really, honestly, I swear to you, taste like regular pasta. So you will really enjoy these. So this is what we're going to be using today. I was so happy when I found these. I actually found these on Instagram from another plant-based page. And when I found these, I was so excited. So we're just going to use our handy dandy kitchen shears here to open them. And we're going to put about half of this pack in some boiling water. These cook a little bit different than regular pasta, so you're going to want to make sure to read your directions before you start with them. But basically, they foam up a little bit. So, you know, regular pasta doesn't do that. But you're going to get your fresh water in here, some spring water, bottled water, whatever you use. And you're going to bring that to a boil. And then once you bring that to a boil, you're going to put your pasta in and let it cook down. And it cooks down pretty fast. It doesn't take a lot of time for it to cook down like regular pasta. You can already see that it's nice and soft. So it's already in there. Regular pasta would have taken a little bit more time for it to actually cook down. So as soon as you put it in there and it's in the pot, you want to just stir it around, and make sure that it isn't sticking together. Because if you don't stir it, it will stick together. So just make sure that it's not sticking together. And we'll let that boil. And usually it takes like, depending on how you like it, maybe like for al dente, maybe 8 to 10 minutes at the very most. But just read the package. There's directions on here. And we're going to add a little bit of salt to it. So we're going to take some of this Himalayan pink sea salt and just add a little bit of that to it. Okay, so that gives it a little flavor. So while our noodles are cooking, and we'll keep checking on those, we're going to start putting together our shish kebabs. This is an easy, great summer meal. Super quick. You can put these on the grill, or like we're going to do today, if you get a grill pan, then you can actually just cook it in your kitchen. Or if you have one of those awesome ovens that come with the grill already on it, then you can also use that. And then if you don't have either of those, you can just put those in the oven too. Make it super easy for yourself and just put it on broil. You'll just have to make sure to flip it over a couple of times as it's cooking. So let's put some of these together. Okay. And we are doing our, we're going to start with zucchini for our shish kebab. Nothing too hard, not rocket science or anything. Just you're just going to use this little sharp edge and stick it right through. If you don't like your mushrooms whole, you can cut them in half. I'm going to check on my noodles really fast. I'm seeing them over here foaming up a little bit. And that's what I'm talking about. They just foam a little bit because they're chickpea. Just stir them up nicely. Give those a few more minutes. So we're gonna start with a little onion. Red onion is sweet. All these different flavors together are gonna be super amazing. And we can put a tomato. Not only is this delicious, but it's so pretty. I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous. So if you're having a party or a get together, barbecue, this is like the perfect menu item. And you can have friends come over and they can help you do it so you don't get stuck in the kitchen by yourself. And we'll add, let's do a green one up here. Make sure we put all our colors, and we can add another mushroom. Make it nice and meaty and hearty, like you actually had some meat on here. And then we'll end it with, let's just end it with another tomato, why not? Okay, so that looks absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so we're gonna add this over here to our plate of shish kebabs. Let me grab our oil, and I'm gonna grab our seasoning, our Moroccan seasoning. This is natural intention seasoning. I put these seasonings together myself, all my spices. When you're cooking vegan, vegetarian, plant-based food, make sure you are using good spices. You wanna make sure the food, it smells so good. You wanna make sure that the food is tasty. Your vegan or your plant-based meals don't have to be boring. Spice them up, add some great seasonings, and play around with it. Nothing is specifically for anything. So I'm using Moroccan rub spices on shish kebabs. So, you know, you use it how you like. There's no rules to the game. So I'm gonna, this is avocado oil. So I'm gonna use this avocado oil to spray down the shish kebabs. So then I can put the rub on there. So just a little oil, doesn't need a lot. Just gonna spray these other ones down. And then we're gonna take some of this rub out, and I'll just put a little bit on here, this little plate. And it's really yummy and delicious. All kind of different seasonings in here. We're gonna just sprinkle some on here and be generous with it, because you want your shish kebabs to have some flavor. You do not want them to be bland, or nobody's coming back to your party. So make sure that they are flavorful. And then add a little sea salt. There's no salt in this rub. So we'll add a little sea salt. And then we're just gonna flip these over. You wanna make sure you get both sides. We don't want food that's only seasoned on one side. You wanna make sure that it is tasty on both sides. So a little more oil, not a lot, and a little more of our rub here. And this has a little bit of lemon in it, lemon, pepper. It has a little bit of smoked paprika, cumin. So it is really flavorful, and some other herbs in there. Little sea salt, okay? So that's basically it. Quick and easy, doesn't take a long time. You have delicious shish kebabs that are ready for the grill. So let's check on our garlic noodles. They should be almost done and ready to be taken out of the water. And then, you know, you just want to grab one, taste it, make sure, don't just assume. So let's just taste this one. I have my braces on, but we're gonna just do it anyways. Nice and done, not too soft, definitely not hard. So we're just gonna take these off now. And with the chickpea pasta, you wanna make sure that you really rinse these off good, because if you don't, they're gonna be really sticky. Okay guys, let's get our shish kebabs on. So it gets nice and hot. We wanna make sure that when we put these on, that they are evenly cooked. So it's like a medium-high fire. So let's let that heat up for a little bit. Your shish kebabs won't take long. Those might take like about, they're veggies. So you might wanna try to get a nice little char on them. So maybe like 5 to 8 minutes. So we'll let that heat up just for a few minutes, and we're gonna get started on our garlic noodles. So we have our pastas done. We're gonna use this delicious vegan butter that is soy-free, It has a really nice hint of sea salt. It's really, really good. Tastes like actual butter. This is one of my favorites. So we're going to use like about a half a stick. So we'll have all this in your recipe, so don't worry about writing all this down. If you're watching this video, you'll also receive the recipe. So I'm just going to cut off about a half of a stick or half of a cup of this butter. And we're going to put that to the side. And then I have 4 cloves of garlic. So we want this to be really garlicky. And with this garlic, you don't have to mince this up because we're going to actually, sorry. This is the best way to open up your garlic though. One hit with your knife flat down. You're going to just put it on top of your garlic, hit it without making it fly all over the room. And your garlic opens right up. So you don't have to do all that crazy peeling and stuff. So we're going to do 4 cloves of garlic. Because like I said, we want this to actually be super garlicky and delicious. I don't know about you guys, but I love garlic. So I could smell our pan over there. It's almost ready. 1 more garlic clove. Now opened up really good. And we don't need to mince this up. We don't need this to be really small. We're just going to do it in some nice slices. Because we're going to remove this garlic. We're going to let it cook in the butter and give the butter that really, really good rich garlic flavor. And then we're going to remove the garlic. So if we have it really small, it has the chance of burning and you don't want that nasty taste of burnt garlic in your noodles. So we're going to make sure it's not too small. Let's check our pan over here. Oh, it feels good. And we're going to turn on our pan back here for our garlic noodles. Perfect. And we're going to do this a medium low heat. We don't want our butter to burn or our garlic to burn. So let's put in our butter. This yummy stuff. I know it's hard to find vegan items that are replacements for regular things like butter and pasta. But I'm telling you guys, the ones that I'm putting in this recipe, they're really good because I've done my research because I love to eat, I love to cook, and I want my stuff to taste delicious. Even though I'm eating plant-based now, I'm trying to eat better, I'm trying to eat healthier, I still want my food to taste good. So this is actually good stuff. Let's let that butter melt down a little bit, and let's add these shish kebabs. Aren't they nice? Look at that. Yummy. Gorgeous. So we're just going to add these shish kebabs to the pan. They fit in here pretty good. This one, I'm just going to cut this a little bit so it fits better inside the pan. And that's why you get some shears, guys. These are so handy. Look how kind of shot over there, but it cut off really easy. And now that's just going to fit in the pan a lot better. Okay. And we're going to put these guys in there. I'm just going to cut this down just a little bit just to be sure that it's going to fit in there. Okay, and 1 more to go, and we'll check on that butter. So yeah, when you're doing your vegan plant-based meals, do some interesting stuff. Don't stick with the basics. You know, try out some new things, you know, weekly. Try out one new plant. If you're new to eating plant-based, you're new to trying to eat healthy, try some different things. This is the perfect way to do it. And on my show, I'm going to be showing you guys some amazing recipes that I made sure were going to be super easy. Nothing with 50,000 steps, but super easy stuff that you can do with your family. If you have children, you can invite your girlfriends over, or if you're a guy, your friends, and you guys can do it together. And once you learn how to do it, you can show other people how to do it. Because that's what it's all about, being a community, involving other people in it, showing them how to eat healthy, showing them things that they can bring into their diet that can help boost their immune system, you know, different things like that. So we got our garlic in there. Let's get us a spoon. We'll use this. And we got this going. So we're going to let this cook just for a little bit so we can get that really good garlic flavor in the butter. Okay, and by a little bit, I mean like maybe like about 2 to maybe 3 minutes. So not long at all, because we don't want the butter to burn and we don't want the garlic to burn. And let's check on these and flip these over. See, they're already getting a nice char on them. Yes. Okay, so we're gonna flip those over. A little hot, watch your fingers. Been doing this for a while, so, but yeah, let that just char down. And we're gonna actually make a quick barbecue sauce for this too. It's a peach and pomegranate barbecue sauce. It's so good and it's easy to make. Let's see, I need a little plate here. Let's just use this for now. I'm gonna scoop this garlic out so that it doesn't stay in here and burn. And it smells so good. You can smell the garlic. You can actually smell the butter. And it smells like actual butter that we're used to. So you guys are not gonna miss anything, I promise you. Uh-oh. We got all that out. Got a couple of more little pieces here. Uh-oh. Alrighty. That's good. Let's get our noodles. So these are nice and rinsed. You see they're falling loosely. They're not sticking together. We're gonna put these in the pan. Get the sizzle going here. And check our fire. We're gonna turn our fire down a little bit. And I'm gonna get these tongs. And to this, we're going to add, just move these around a little bit. And this is gonna cook fast because really the noodles are already done. So we are going to, let me just check these. We'll turn these down just a little bit too, because we're smoking up in here. Turn these again. Getting a nice little char. Losing one here. Okay. So we're to the noodles. This is a sweet chili sauce that we're going to add. We're also going to be adding a little bit of vegan fish sauce that's soy free. We're going to use some cocoa aminos. If you're familiar with vegetarian, vegan, plant-based cooking, you're probably familiar with this. So it is a soy-free replacement for soy sauce. And at the end, we're going to add a little bit of black sesame. And we're also going to do some chili peppers, give it a little heat. Okay, guys, let's take this over here. Where's my tongs? Move this around a little bit. Okay. And turn this down just a little bit more. And this is going to be, this will probably be like about a tablespoon of the chili sauce, the sweet chili sauce. And then for the vegan fish sauce, we're going to do like about a teaspoon. And for our soy sauce, about a tablespoon. Okay, give that a nice amount of flavor. And we'll add a little bit of our chili peppers. So it'll have a little bit of heat. And if you like it hot, you can always add more. And we'll add a little bit of, that looks so good. Let me grab these tongs. And it smells even better. So it's gonna have that garlicky flavor, a tiny bit of a sweet flavor from that chili, sweet chili sauce. So good. And that sweet chili sauce, you guys, you don't have to worry. It only has like 2 grams of sugar in it. So it's nothing that you have to worry about as far as sugar is concerned or being too sweet. And we'll add a little bit of salt, pink Himalayan sea salt, just to make sure. Looks great. Let's turn this fire off. Looks delicious. Okay, I'm gonna take the garlic off of this plate. We could actually leave just a little bit on here just in case. I mean, you know, it's nice and cooked. Somebody might want a little extra garlic. And we're gonna plate this. We're gonna put all of our noodles on here. And then we're just gonna garnish this. Get all of that goodness out of there at the bottom of the pan. I mean, you guys, that looks so delicious. So we're gonna just garnish this. Let's wipe our plate off a little bit. Make it nice and neat. Presentation is always everything. You don't want your stuff looking not appealing. Because I know I always eat with my eyes first. So I like my food to look pretty. I don't know about y'all, but I like for it to look pretty at the same time as tasting good. Okay, and these are almost ready to come off too. Okay, let that go for just a couple more minutes. And then we're just gonna garnish this with a little bit of green onions. Yum. Put your green onions on. Delicious. A little bit more chili peppers. Yum. And then a tiny bit, we'll just sprinkle it with a little bit of sesame seeds. It's always healthy. And we're gonna garnish it with a little bit of cucumbers also. We'll just put those to the side and just make it look pretty. Okay, so now you have some delicious, nutritious garlic noodles. Okay, we're gonna put this to the side, and now we're gonna check on our shish kebabs and throw together a quick barbecue sauce for you guys. Okay, these are ready. Sweet, it's delicious. Uh-oh, hey, tomato, get back on there. So these are ready, you guys. And our zucchini isn't all mushy. It's just still has a nice crunch to it. Come on now, y'all. You tell me you don't want to eat some plant-based food. This is delicious. Okay, let's throw together a quick barbecue sauce, you guys. This is going to be the quick version of my peach pomegranate barbecue sauce. It is super delicious, but it's nutritious. So we're going to use some of this chosen avocado oil, and we're going to cook up our veggies because we have a little bit of onion and a little bit of garlic. So we're going to use about a tablespoon of oil. You don't need a lot. Let's turn on this fire. Get this started. Medium heat, medium low. And we're going to put our veggies in there. So we have our peaches already chopped up over here. We have our onion. It doesn't have to be really small because all of this is going to go into the blender. So we're going to put in our onions first and let those cook just for a few minutes so they get nice and soft. So that's sizzling already. And we'll let that sizzle up just a little bit. And while that's cooking down, we'll just talk about the other ingredients that we're going to put in here. So we're going to add, today we're going to, instead of using tomato sauce, we're going to use actually ketchup. We're going to make it fast, quick, and easy, so you won't be struggling at home with this recipe. This is a plant-based, sugar-free ketchup. You can find it at Whole Foods, Sprouts, any of those types of natural stores. We're going to use that. This is a delicious pomegranate vinaigrette we're going to use. So instead of red wine vinegar and molasses, pomegranate molasses, we're going to use this pomegranate vinaigrette, okay? So we're going to use that. We're also going to use some of this raw maple syrup just to give it a little sweetness, take the place of the molasses. And we're going to spice it up. We're going to make it like a Thai kind of barbecue sauce. So we're going to use a little bit of this chili garlic sauce. We're going to use a little bit of this red chili paste, which is going to be awesome and spicy, and a little bit of tomato paste. And we're going to squeeze in some lime, a little acidic taste, kind of balance everything out. And of course, we're going to put our peaches in. It wouldn't be peach pomegranate barbecue sauce without it. So this doesn't have to cook for long over here. That's the onions and the garlic. And we're just going to stir those up a little bit. And like I said, make sure that gets nice and soft. So those will cook just for a few minutes. And then all our other ingredients, we're going to take over to the blender, and we're going to put everything into our blender. Okay? We don't want our garlic to burn. So we're going to do 1 cup of this ketchup. And this recipe, you guys, you can actually keep in your refrigerator for about 7 days after you cook it. So get a nice glass mason jar with a top to seal. And you want to label that for the day that you made it. So we're going to put our ketchup in here. Okay. Got our ketchup in there. We're going to turn our onions and our garlic off because they're ready. You can take them off the fire. You can actually add these. Got our handy dandy spoon here. And we're just going to add those in. Yummy, smells good. Okay. We are gonna add these summer peaches. These are white peaches. They're so sweet and delicious. I'm gonna put those in there. Uh-oh. Don't be dropping your peaches all over the floor because we need all of them. So we're gonna put those in there. What else do we have to add here? We're gonna add a teaspoon of our tomato paste. So it's gonna be 2 teaspoons actually, 2 teaspoons of tomato paste. So 1, 2. And then we're gonna do a teaspoon of this garlic chili sauce because we don't want it to be super spicy because this has red chili peppers in it. So let's do a teaspoon. And if you like it hot, you can always add later. You can always build on it. And then we're gonna do some of our chili paste here. So this stuff is so good. I make a Thai chili paste ketchup that I use for my vegan veggie burgers. And it makes the burgers so delicious. You would not even believe it. So there we go. Good teaspoon of that. Let's just rinse this off. Okay. We might need this again. And then we're going to add a tablespoon of our pomegranate vinaigrette. I love to smell that. My daughter hates the way that vinegar smells or any type of balsamic vinegar, vinaigrette. She gags when she smells it. It's like the craziest thing, and I love the way it smells. And this one smells even better because it has the pomegranates in it. So it's like delicious. Okay, you guys, and we're gonna squeeze in, oh, let me not forget our maple. We're gonna put 2 tablespoons of raw maple syrup. And at the end, if you need to add a little more, you always can. You're gonna taste to see if it's to your liking. And then we're gonna squeeze in half of this lime, for a little acidity. Okay, squeeze that in there really good. Get all the juice out. Okay, throw this away. And we're gonna just add a little bit of cayenne. Not a lot, just a little. Little cayenne in there. And I usually would use chipotle peppers in the can. We don't have any today, but you can. That will be in the recipe for you to choose whether you want to use the canned chipotle or you want to use the actual chipotle seasoning. Today we have seasoning, so we're going to use that. Just a little sprinkle. It doesn't have to be too ridiculously hot. Okay, but this is going to be full of flavor, a little heat, and the flavor is going to be amazing. So I think we have everything in there. Got our onions, our garlic, and we're going to do this on high. And we're going to add this back to our pot because now it's going to simmer and it's going to cook for like about 15-20 minutes. So all the flavors just kind of marry together. Everything is in here nice and blended. It looks yummy and it smells delicious. I'm just going to taste it too just to see. It's going to have to cook for about 15-20 minutes on the fire. So good. Not too hot, but it's delicious. Let's get this back over here to our pot. Let's take this out, and we're gonna get all of that. And like I said, if you wanted it to be hotter at this point, you could add a little bit more of the chipotle or cayenne seasoning. But I think it's perfect as is. Not too hot, but has a nice little spice to it. So we're just gonna pour all of this back into our pot. And we're gonna let this cook for about 15 or 20 minutes until it's cooked through. Okay, we are almost done over here. Well, this is basically done. It's been simmering over here for about 15 minutes, almost 20 minutes. and it's delicious. So we're gonna plate now. We are gonna grab our shish kebabs, and we are going to drizzle some of this delicious barbecue sauce on them. Oh, it looks so good. It smells decadent. It looks amazing. Okay, so we're gonna do that. And if you like a lot of barbecue sauce, add a lot. Okay, let's turn that off. Done. And we're gonna plate this now. So good. Feels like summertime. Barbecue. You never have to go to a barbecue again and feel left out if you're plant-based. You can bring your own food, or you can prepare a delicious meal at home for your family in the summertime and still get to enjoy a nice barbecue meal at home. Let me grab a fork. I can't wait to taste this. I don't know about you guys, but I'm telling you, this is going to be so good. Let's see what these noodles are tasting like. Let's see. So good, you guys. So good. P.F. Chang's, you ain't got nothing on this, let me tell you. This is so delicious. Let's try this yummy barbecue sauce, peach pomegranate barbecue sauce. The veggies are crunchy. The barbecue sauce is sweet but spicy, but not too spicy. Sorry, you guys. It's just so good. Delicious. You have to do this recipe. And remember, we use our Moroccan season. All this will be available in your recipe. Let me grab a napkin, you guys, because this is messy, but it's good. A good messy. So all the recipe, all the measurements, will be in the recipe. So you will have everything you need. I'll put in all the links for all the different things that I used, as far as our seasonings, the ketchup, the type of butter that I used. And I can't wait for you guys to try this at home because it's so, so good. Thank you. See you guys next time.